I'm desperately hoping the MCU first 2025 X-Men reports can make one of my biggest Marvel casting dreams come true. The X-Men may be the most highly anticipated hero team debut, not just for the MCU, but for the superhero genre as a whole. The beloved group of mutants had a pretty respectable live-action run with Fox's X-Men franchise, but seeing how the group will be adapted into the canon MCU will spark brand new excitement for new and old fans. Considering how excellent the MCU first foray into the X-Men universe was with X-Men 97, many people have high hopes. Even though the X-Men have been confirmed for a future MCU appearance, the franchise is still in incredibly early days. Marvel Studio head Kevin Feige has said that the X-Men will debut sometime after Avengers: Secret Invasion, so it's a big possibility that the events of that movie will set them up as some of the protagonists of whatever era is next. Some early reports have thrown some names around in terms of casting for the MCU X-Men film, and although nothing is confirmed yet, there are some very promising possibilities. The MCU First X-Men Movie Report of 2025 presents several promising hero castings. According to the Insider, Marvel has reportedly started looking at potential actors to lead the MCU X-Men team. The report states that Sadie Sink is being considered for Jean Grey, Harris Dickinson for Cyclops, and Julia Butters for Kitty Pryde. All three are exceptional young talents, and if these rumors end up being true, then it's clear that Marvel wants to take the X-Men in a younger direction. The Fox live-action X-Men franchise had most of the mutants in their late 20s and 30s. With these rumored actors, the MCU may focus on Charles Xavier's students in their early days. When it comes to casting young talent, Marvel has usually had a great eye. Iman Vellani, Xochitl Gomez, and Joe Locke are some examples of how the MCU can propel relatively newer faces into stardom. Of course, Sink, Dickinson, and Butters all have some pretty substantial titles in their filmography already, but casting them in the X-Men reboot would be a great chance for them to step up as leading actors. They definitely have the talent to do so, and seeing a younger X-Men team means that they can grow with the MCU. Why casting Sadie Sink as the MCU Jean Grey would make the most sense for the franchise? Sink is likely the biggest name to come out of the casting rumors because of her past work, and it would be a huge win for Marvel if they managed to cast her as Jean Grey. At just 22, Sink has already starred in one of the biggest television series in the world. She garnered acclaim for her performance as Max in Stranger Things, which showed off her comedic and dramatic range. She'd be no stranger to action sequences and the flashy elements of the superhero genre. Considering that Jean is one of the most powerful X-Men, she'll need to be put in very capable hands, and Sink could definitely deliver. She is the perfect age by the time the X-Men reboot actually starts filming, and Stranger Things coming to an end means she'll have time for another major franchise. Her other performances in the Fear Street trilogy and The Whale cement her as one of the most promising young talents, and if the rumors are true, then Marvel will have made a great move with their first X-Men casting decision.